Engine overheating or bad head gasket? 7 tests before you panic. You are sitting in traffic and you notice the temperature needle creeping up past where it normally sits. Maybe you catch it at the 3/4 mark. Maybe you do not notice until steam is rolling out from under the hood and you are scrambling to pull over. It is a sickening feeling because you know this could be bad. You add some coolant, drive a few more miles, and sure enough, it starts climbing again. You take it to a shop, and before anyone has even popped the hood, you hear the words that every driver dreads. Probably a blown head gasket that's going to be expensive. And look, a blown head gasket is a real thing. And it does happen. But here's what most shops are not going to tell you. There are at least 7 different things that can cause an engine to overheat, and only one of them is a blown head gasket. Some of those other 7 things can be fixed for under 50 bucks. The problem is that overheating and a blown head gasket share so many symptoms. Coolant loss, temperature spikes, even bubbling in the reservoir, that it is easy to confuse one for the other. But if you authorize a head gasket replacement based on overheating alone, you could drop $2,500 and find out later that the real problem was a $15 radiator cap that was not holding pressure anymore. That kind of mistake happens more often than you would think, and it happens because people skip the diagnostic steps and jump straight to the worst-case conclusion. Your engine's cooling system is basically a closed loop. Coolant gets pumped through the engine where it absorbs heat, then it travels to the radiator where that heat gets released into the air. The radiator cap keeps the system under pressure so the coolant can get hotter without boiling, and that pressure is critical. The thermostat controls flow to keep the engine right in that sweet spot, between 195 and 220 degrees, where everything operates efficiently. The cooling fans kick in when you are sitting still, and there is not enough natural airflow through the radiator. Any one of these components can fail and cause the engine to overheat. A stuck thermostat that will not open means coolant cannot circulate, and the engine cooks itself in minutes. A water pump with a worn impeller means coolant is not moving fast enough to carry heat away. A clogged radiator means the heat has nowhere to go and builds up with every mile. A fan that will not turn on means you overheat at every stoplight, but the gauge drops as soon as you hit the highway. And then there is the head gasket, which is usually not the starting point of the problem, but rather the result of it. Most blown head gaskets happen because something else caused the engine to overheat first. A stuck thermostat, or a failed water pump, or an undetected coolant leak. And the heat got severe enough to warp the cylinder head or blow the gasket itself. So if you only fix the head gasket without addressing whatever caused the overheating in the first place, you are going to blow that new gasket too and be right back where you started, only deeper in the hole. The smart way to approach this is with a systematic diagnostic process that starts with the cheapest and most likely causes and works its way up from there. Start with the radiator cap because it is the simplest thing to check. The cap is supposed to hold somewhere between 13 and 16 psi of pressure in the system, and when it fails, the boiling point of your coolant drops and the engine overheats at normal operating temperatures. Most auto parts stores will pressure test your cap for free, and if it is bad, you are looking at a $15 fix and not a $2,000 engine teardown. Next up is a cooling system pressure test using a hand pump that pressurizes the whole system to the specified level. If the system holds pressure steadily, you know there are no external leaks anywhere. If the pressure drops, you have a leak somewhere and you need to find it by looking at hoses, gaskets, the radiator, and the heater core. But here is the key thing. If the system holds pressure perfectly and the engine still overheats, you are dealing with a flow issue like a stuck thermostat or a clogged radiator, not a head gasket problem. That single observation tells you where to focus your attention and your money from the very beginning. The test that actually confirms a blown head gasket is called a combustion gas test, also known as a block test. You warm the engine up to operating temperature, place a tester over the radiator neck, and draw air from the cooling system through a special blue fluid. If that fluid turns yellow or green, it means combustion gases from the cylinders are leaking into the cooling system through a failed head gasket, and that is your confirmation right there. This test is definitive, and it only costs about 40 bucks for the kit. You can also do a compression test by pulling all the spark plugs and checking each cylinder's pressure with a gauge. Write down the numbers for each cylinder and look for patterns. If you find 2 adjacent cylinders with equally low compression, that is a classic sign of a head gasket leak between those cylinders. A good engine should show compression readings within about 10% of each other. typically between 120 and 180 psi depending on the engine, so anything outside that range tells you something is wrong. A leak down test takes it even further by applying compressed air to each cylinder and listening for where it escapes. Air hissing from the radiator means the gasket is leaking into the coolant passages. Air from the oil fill cap means it is leaking into the oil. And air from the intake or exhaust points to a valve problem instead of a gasket problem. Each of these tests gives you a different piece of the puzzle, and together they tell you exactly what is happening inside the engine. A lot of people also look for visual signs like milky oil on the dipstick or white smoke from the exhaust, and those are real indicators of a head gasket problem. Short trips in cold weather can cause condensation that makes the oil look milky on the dipstick, especially if you only see it on the oil fill cap and not on the dipstick itself. A little white vapor on a cold start that disappears as the engine warms up is just normal condensation burning off through the exhaust, not a head gasket failure. Do not panic the first time you see a little moisture on the oil cap in the winter, because that is completely normal in cooler climates. The real pattern to watch for is how the temperature behaves while you drive. A blown head gasket often causes temperature to spike quickly under load and then drop back down when you coast. And you might see bubbling in the coolant reservoir as combustion gases push their way into the cooling system. If the engine only overheats when you are sitting still at a stoplight but cools down once you start moving, that points to a fan issue and not a head gasket problem. If it only overheats at highway speeds, suspect a clogged radiator or a failing water pump that cannot keep up with the demand. If it overheats within a minute or two of starting from cold, the thermostat is probably stuck closed and needs to be replaced. The pattern of the overheating is the clue that tells you where to look, and paying attention to that pattern can save you a ton of money on unnecessary repairs. Here is the bottom line on cost. A radiator cap is 10 to 20 bucks. A thermostat is 15 to 40. A coolant temperature sensor is 20 to 60. A water pump runs 1 to 400 depending on the vehicle. A radiator flush is about $50 to $100 and can fix a lot of mysterious overheating issues caused by old coolant that has lost its ability to transfer heat. A head gasket replacement requires tearing down the top end of the engine, removing the cylinder head, cleaning all the mating surfaces, and reinstalling everything with new gaskets and bolts, and that runs anywhere from $2,500 to $2,500 on most cars. If the cylinder head is warped and needs machining, you can add another few hundred on top of that. The difference between a $15 fix and a $2,000 one comes down to whether you take the time to diagnose the problem properly before you start authorizing repairs. If you ever find yourself in that situation where the temperature gauge is climbing and someone is telling you it needs a head gasket, just remember that 7 other things can cause the same symptoms, and most of them are a whole lot cheaper to fix. And if you do confirm through testing that the head gasket is actually blown, do not keep driving it because combustion gases pressurize the cooling system and push coolant out. And eventually you will overheat badly enough to warp the cylinder head or crack the block. What starts as a $1,500 repair becomes a $5,000 engine replacement, so catch it early and fix it right. If this helped you understand the difference between simple overheating and a blown head gasket, hit that like button and share this with someone who might be one bad diagnosis away from an unnecessary $2,500 repair. In the next video, we are breaking down the rough idle diagnosis that has drivers chasing their tails, misfire, vacuum leak, or something else entirely, and the 3-minute fuel trim test that tells you exactly which one you are dealing with. Because just like this, it is another diagnosis where guessing leads to the wrong repair.